with repeated incursions by the Chinese People's Liberation Army or PLA into Indian territory in the frontier state of Arunachal Pradesh, the Northeast Congress Coordination Committee will soon send a delegation to the interior areas close to the Indo-China border in Arunachal to assess the ground situation. The big move comes in the wake of Lok Sabha MP from Arunachal Pradesh, Tapir Gao, repeatedly raising the issue of Chinese incursions into Indian territory in the lower house of the parliament. Well, our colleague Ripunjay. All right, viewers, so big story we are tracking at this point in time with repeated incursions by the Chinese People's Liberation Army or PLA into Indian territory in the frontier state of Arunachal Pradesh. The Northeast Congress Coordination Committee will soon send a delegation to the interior areas close to the Indo-China border in Arunachal to assess the ground situation. Well, the big move comes in the wake of Lok Sabha MP from Arunachal Pradesh, Tapir Gao, repeatedly raising the issue of Chinese incursions into Indian territory in the lower house of the parliament. Our colleague Ripunjay Das spoke to Lok Sabha MP from Assam's Nagaon, Pradyut Bordoloi, who gave out more details on the matter. Listen in.
We have learned that a delegation of senior Congress leaders are visiting Arunachal Pradesh, particularly in the interior areas connecting Indo-China border, to have a view on the infrastructure and other issues. So what can you share with us?
It is very important for the country. A colleague of mine, a Lok Sabha BJP MP from Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. Tapir Gao, he himself raised this, issue of repeated Chinese incursions and transgressions in certain districts of Arunachal Pradesh. He himself gave certain facts on the floor of the parliament in 2019, saying that the Chinese PLA, the People's Liberation Army of China, they have intruded into Indian territory in as many as 3-4 locations in Lower Subansiri district, Upper Subansiri district, and Anjao district, especially places like Asafila and other places. Mm-hmm. So, and then subsequently, of course, the government didn't answer, government didn't say anything, government tried to harsh it up. Mm-hmm. And then some MPs from us, from the opposition, including me, I raised, filed several questions in the parliament wanting to know the reaction from the government of India, wanting to know the status, and then demanding a statement from the defense minister in parliament. And we raised several questions, and all our questions regarding Chinese incursions have been disallowed by the honorable speaker of the parliament. So this is very intriguing actually, because you see, obviously India is a democracy and we have right to know. And if the honorable member of parliament has raised himself and belonging to the ruling party, if he raised a certain issue, the government of India has chosen to keep totally silent on this, and that's by fueling, the intrigue. And then, they won't say anything. This is something that is not acceptable. So we must know what is the status. But in absence of government reaction, in absence of any government view or giving, the actual status, we have decided, the Northeast Congress Coordination Committee, we had a meeting a few days back. So we decided that we will send a fact-finding team. So because after all these areas, alleged incursions of Chinese army in Arunachal Pradesh, and Arunachal Pradesh is a part of our, Northeast Congress Coordination Committee. So we've decided that we will send a fact-finding team. We will ourselves